Hey, I'm Adrian Valdez. I'm a local realtor here in West Michigan. Today we're going to talk about living in Muskegon and some things you should know before you move out here. Now, make sure if you like this content to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and tap that notification bell so I can keep creating this content for you. Now, one thing that you're going to want to know is basements. So here in Michigan, they're often referred to as Michigan basements. Now, that may seem kind of redundant, but there's a reason for that. With all the snow and rain and water that we have, the ground has a lot of moisture, and a lot of times that can cause issues with the foundation in your basements. You could wind up having leaks and cracks inside of your foundation, water coming in, or even just condensation causing some water in that basement. So a lot of times dehumidifiers are a great thing to stop mold and other issues from popping up long term. Now, another piece that you want to know out here is that the direction your home faces can make a big difference. Now, if your house is facing north, you're probably going to wind up having more snow and more ice in your front yard. If your home is pointing to the south, you're probably going to wind up not having a skating rink by the afternoon if the sun is up. So that is important to keep in mind if you don't want to be playing slip and slide every time you leave your home. Now, another thing that I would like to talk about are the local events. So some of the stuff you can go to, there's Bike Time, Unity Christian Music Festival, and a couple others that happen annually. Now they're doing Muskegon Music here every week through the summer, and they started that this year and plan on continuing that. And a big attraction out here is Michigan Adventures. Now, Michigan Adventures is a local amusement park as well as water park, and it's very well known for Shivering Timbers, which is a gigantic wooden roller coaster. Now, if that's your kind of thing, I implore you to give it a shot. While it is not the world's biggest water park or amusement park, it is certainly much better than quite a few that I have been to. Muskegon doesn't have large-scale musical events. Now, we do have musical events. They're great, but they're mostly local or small bands. If you're looking for large events, large music, if you're looking for Shine Down and rock concerts and anything along those lines, you are going to have to go up to one of the bigger cities like Grand Rapids. Now, thankfully, here in Muskegon, we're only about a 45-minute drive to either Grand Rapids, Ludington, so it's not a horrible place considering that we're kind of centered in the middle of quite a few big cities that have these large events going on. So it gives you an opportunity to still be able to go out to them without having to live in those towns where traffic is a nightmare. Now, talking about traffic, let's talk about the commute. Now, commuting in Muskegon is amazing. You know, Muskegon is not huge. Everywhere you can just access from the highway. And because of the less densely populated areas, you can get from A to B in 10 to 15 minutes instead of trying to play bumper to bumper traffic. Now, another thing you need to know before you come out here is that Michigan, or at least Muskegon here, is very dog friendly. Quite a few ice cream shops out here actually have specialty cups for dogs so that they can just go ahead and order them and give your dog a little cup to eat out of. Also, if you go through drive-through, even at some of the fast food restaurants here, and they see that you have a dog in the car, they will actually give you treats to hand over to your dog. Walking around downtown, you're going to see tons of people walking their dogs out in public. Tons of people let you come up and pet their dog and give them attention. So if you don't like dogs, it's probably not the best place to move into. Now, one thing that I do want to touch base on is the median home price. The median home price here in Muskegon as of 2022 is $185,000. That is an amazing price point to jump into, whether you're an investor looking for a new home or you're looking for a first home. It's very easy to get into. It's very amazing considering that you are right on Lake Michigan. Everything is within driving distance, a lot of times walking distance from going to a beach or a lake and just having some fun in the sun. Now, one thing that you do want to be prepared for is winter. Now, winter here is snow and snow and snow, and with the lake, you don't know if you're going to have snow one second and a sunny day the next. So just be prepared for those extreme changes. Make sure that you have stuff like an ice scraper for your car. Make sure that you get up early and brush off your car because you will need to. You are going to have to deal with plowing your driveway, either shoveling it yourself or paying for a snowplow company to come out and do it for you. One thing you're going to want to be aware of moving here to Muskegon is that cannabis is legal. So if you're a marijuana smoker, it may be a great location. However, if you have a big issue with marijuana, then you might want to avoid this location. Now, it is legal for both medical and recreational use. The only caveat to that is you do need to pick it up from a legal vendor. However, it is not difficult to find one here in Muskegon. You will find them everywhere. It is a great source of income for the area since it was legalized. Now, if you have any questions about living here in Muskegon, I'll go ahead and leave my contact information here on the screen. And you can feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you out with any questions you might have and help you move into the area if that's what you're looking for.